Hello, welcome to Northwest Guitars. In this video I wanted to do a little demo of how our vintage nitrocellulose lacquer looks on a guitar neck. This is an unfinished neck that I've got here, so I'm going to be spraying that just to give you an idea of the kind of colour and the kind of finish you can expect to get from it. A lot of people don't really know what they're doing with nitrocellulose lacquers and end up being a bit disappointed with the results, I think. With nitrocellulose, especially with translucent colours, the more coats you apply, the darker the finish is going to get. So if you spray a couple of coats, it looks a bit yellowy, just persevere with it. A few more coats and it will start to take on that darker sort of amber finish that you're looking for. Just like the necks in our website, it should look exactly the same if you put enough coats on. But obviously if you want a lighter finish, you just apply a few less coats. And it's really that simple. Obviously, like all nitro products, it's going to need a couple of weeks to dry properly before you sand and polish it. And the other question I guess we get asked a lot is, if I'm spraying the front of the neck, how do I get the lacquer off the frets? And it's very simple to do. What I do is I'll spray a few coats, and then I have a little cutout, little cardboard cutout that I put that just exposes the frets, and I just use a little bit of thinners just to rub across the frets, and the nitro paint will come off very, very easily, and you'll be left with nice shiny frets. Okay, so I'm just going to spray a few coats of this until I get it to the colour that I want, just to sort of demonstrate how it does change colour over time with the more coats you apply. Obviously it's a nitro product, it's cellulose, it's solvent based, sorry, so you do need to wear some kind of breathing protection. I've only got a small face mask here. Ideally you need a respirator because it is quite dangerous stuff, and do it somewhere that's well ventilated. It's pretty hazardous, but I'm only just doing a quick demo, so I'm just going to use this face mask for that. So we'll get on and we'll start applying a few coats. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just apply nice thin coats from top to bottom, nice and easy. I'm not going to spray too much, I'm not going to try and overcoat it, just nice thin coats. Probably won't coat it all in the first pass. I'll come back, I'll do another pass. I'll just build it up very, very slowly. I'll leave about 30 minutes for each coat to dry. I'm not spraying a great deal, so it should be touch dry in about 20 minutes. But every 30 minutes I'll come back and apply another coat until I'm happy with it. Okay, so that's it. That's one coat on there. You can see it's starting to take on that golden colour already. But a lot of people complain that it looks a bit too yellow, bright yellow even. And that is just down to the fact that it's only got a very, very thin coat on there, and it will start to darken over time. Obviously what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give that 15-20 minutes to dry. I'm going to turn it over, I'm going to do the other side, and that way you should get a nice even coat on both sides. Okay, so I've given the neck 6 or 7 coats of lacquer now. Still about a third of a tin left there, so I've not used a great deal. Just very thin coats, built it up nice and slowly, and as you can see it's taken on a really nice amber colour now. Hopefully you can see that. The light in here is a bit harsh, but it is a lovely sort of ambery goldy colour. A little bit of orange to it now. Hopefully you can sort of see that. I'll turn it through the light. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some thinners now and just clean the frets up, because obviously they've got this amber tint on them. It will come off very, very easily, especially with it still being, it's only touch dry at the moment, so it'll be very easy to wipe that off. You just basically, you can use just a piece of cardboard, just cut a little slit in it, so you can put that over the fret, so that when you use the thinners you're only rubbing the lacquer off the frets and not off the fretboard itself. And once I've done that, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a couple of coats of clear lacquer. Then it'll darken a little bit more with clear lacquer, because that's still has an amber tint to it, a very subtle amber tint to it, so it will go a little bit darker as well. And also what that means is that when I do come to sand and polish this in about 2 weeks when it's fully dried, I'll only be sanding the clear lacquer and not sanding through the colour that I've put on, because what tends to happen is if you don't put a clear lacquer on, you've not got that protection on the top. When you come to sand and polish, you end up sanding through the lacquer in certain places and you'll end up with it looking a bit patchy and a bit strange. So it's always best with pretty much any colour, translucent or solid, to put a few coats of clear gloss on, then it's that you're actually sanding and polishing through. Okay, there we go.